Hey guys, Neale Bayley here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, NealeBaylyRides and Two-Topia Motorcycles. You're probably thinking, what is Two-Topia Motorcycles? Well, we're here to tell you about the Laverda project, so we need to be at a motorcycle shop. And we're here to visit with my buddy Nate, who actually has the Laverda engine on the bench. And he's getting ready to dive in, pull this thing to bits, and see what sort of damage has happened over the last 20 years that I've let it sit in a box. So let's go see what Nate's doing. This is the secret engine building. Hey, knock, Nate, you around?
Neale.
Hey, buddy, there he is.
Oh, man. How are you?
How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
You got the engine out the box?
I do. I have the old Lav engine ready to pull apart.
Look at this. There's about 15 years of English oil and road grime. So, well, guys, this is Nate Hamlin. He is the owner of Two-Topia Motorcycles, and he's going to be the genius behind the build here. So, basically, Nate's background: motorsports engineer, tuner, builder. Moved into motorcycles a number of years ago.
I did.
Master mechanic.
Enjoyed every bit of it.
So basically, Ducati, Moto Guzzi,
Yeah, most of your European brands, and then some others here and there.
Under sufferance, you'll work on a Japanese.
Right. We will. No, I love them. It's just not our direction right now, but yeah, we do restorations, we do vintage bikes, modern performance, and all the modern maintenance. We dyno tune and all that fun stuff. So we love it.
And I know you're excited about this project to rip into a Laverda. So let's let Nate start pulling this thing to bits. We'll go look around and we'll be back in a bit.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm getting ready to tear this apart. The big thing is we need to make sure the years were kind to us as far as the crankshaft. It looks like it was pretty well due for some service at the time of parking, but it's been apart for a long time, so you see just years of oil and grime. So we've separated the cases. We get to the crankshaft or transmission, clutch, primary chain, kind of investigate everything. Big thing on the Laverdas is we want to make sure our crankshaft bearings, which we will more than likely replace, just as I'm going to learn about it more in this process. I hope I get to meet some folks that were involved in it, get some information that not a lot of people know anymore. I mean, these engines are dying out, and so are we. So we want to learn and pass along as much as we can. So yeah, very interesting. Very odd shaking beast this is, because you can see it's not exactly balanced. Because of that, we get some vibes in places, but you sacrifice some of that for speed and performance. So this is a multi-piece crankshaft. So unlike your cast modern crankshafts, this crankshaft will come apart with each of its throws, and there's actually a set of needle bearings under the big end, as we call it. It's the big end of the rod. Instead of a plain bearing, there is a roll or a needle bearing, a roller bearing type cage. We will extract those and again replace them more than likely. It's just, again, when you're engine building and these performance engines, and while we can still get parts, we're gonna replace all that stuff. But we'll inspect the webbing and the actual surface of where everything goes there. So this will actually go right here. So kind of ride right there. Pretty wild. Interesting way. No, there we go. Interesting way of going about it for sure. See these rubber bits here, and this impregnated metal here. If you can see that, I hope this isn't. Those are your cush drives. So basically, they're absorbing the impact of initial gear selection. If you don't have that, which more than likely the race models didn't, although I don't know that for a fact. Hopefully, we'll find out. It's just going to be a much more dramatic gear engagement, and for street purposes we don't want to jar people's teeth out. so we do things, A lot of people may have seen this on their actual rear sprocket drive. We'll have these as well. So it's just kind of dampening and making the experience a little better for the rider. In racing, a lot of that is foregone for sheer performance. We don't really care how it shifts in traffic because we're just, trying to beat the other guys. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. We pulled our, this is heavy. You can imagine a rubber belt being half that weight or a third of that weight. Well, that's rotating mass. So any of that rotating mass that the engine doesn't have to deal with, it's going to spin up faster, which equals more performance. So little weight savings here with all this rotational transfers into several horsepower when it gets to the wheel.
Hey guys, so Nate is wrapped up in the engine room. He's gone about as far as he can go, so we thought we'd take a little sit down and just introduce Nate, introduce Tutopia. So tell the guys where we are, who you are, and what we're doing, so they've got a little bit of an idea who's ripping this bike to bits.
Right, understood. I'm Nate, owner of Tutopia Cycles here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We specialize in modern and vintage European motorcycles. We do maintenance, performance, engine builds, aftermarket, you name it. If it's a Euro bike, we love it. We get bikes from the 40s all the way up to modern bikes. We have all the equipment needed to talk to the newer bikes, and we just love it.
It is. It's kind of cool. There's definitely a community around Tutopia. Vespa.
We do a lot of Vespa. Yeah, absolutely. We love the scooters. We're pretty close to Uptown Charlotte, as they call it. Not downtown. Uptown Charlotte, if you're here. So a lot of Vespa customers with scooters, they use those day to day, like we use cars. And so we love our Vespa community. We do maintenance. Believe it or not, there's performance and modifications on Vespa too. And
they used to have mods when I was young.
Yeah, mods, rockers. Yeah.
I think what's cool about it is there's not too many places you can come in and see a Triumph Trident chopper next to a Ducati Superbike.
Correct.
I don't know, a vintage air-cooled BMW Cafe Racer next to an old Moto Guzzi, or sometimes you have things like AJS flat trackers in here.
Yeah, we've got some vintage flat trackers.
Nortons, Triumphs, Laverdas, Moto Guzzis.
Yeah, and Laverda, here recently, I've gotten interested in Laverdas, and I have a more modern one right before the end of Laverda.
Dyno Room.
If
you want to come get your bike, shameless plug time.
Yeah, absolutely. We can tune your bike. We have a brand new enclosure, with wideband, so we can do it all. We've got some great guys.
Cool
here.
Team, Thomas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thomas, who is extensive BMW experience, does a lot of airhead BMW. Worked at dealers with those brands. We've got a new guy, Rex, who's unbelievable. He's in marketing, believe it or not, but he's been a motorcycle fan and working on them since he was a child.
And in the closet we have Bill, but we're not.
Yeah, we have Bill up front, who is passionate about motorcycles. Runs the front office. We've got a new technician named Jacob, who was a military helicopter maintenance technician in the Navy. So we've got a lot of really good folks that are really passionate about motorcycles and what they do.
So you can see, jumping in here, Nate, this is why when we decided to do the Laverda project, we wanted to talk to Nate, because it needs somebody special to take this whole bike to bits, figure out what it needs. As you can see when he was pulling it apart today, there are a lot of repairs going to be needed. And then not only just building the motor, but when we build the chassis and we decide what sort of suspension and brakes and wheels we're going to do, obviously Nate's going to be involved in all the elements of putting this bike back together. And this is part of the journey we want you guys to come with us. So
absolutely. And I'm really excited about meeting the contacts and all the folks that are into these vintage Laverdas and getting the information that I don't have and being able to pass it on or continue that. And so we're really excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, and it's just going to be really, really nice to have somebody who knows what they're doing with the bike. So anyway, we won't keep you much longer, Nate. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, checking out what we're doing. We've been at Tutopia with Nate Hamlin.
Yeah, thanks for checking us out, and like us on Facebook, Instagram, follow us. We do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
We really
we don't
appreciate
need you to prove your McGee's now.
Oh my God, it's Michael Caine.
You just gotta subscribe, all right? These guys are out here doing their thing, like a prayer. Subscribe.
So that was Michael Caine telling you to subscribe to our channel. Beauty, mate.
Dude, that was dream if you can, a courtyard. An ocean, violets and blue. Animals strike curious poses. Fucking subscribe, because it's the right thing to do.